Well, it is that time again, everybody. Hope you are doing well. My name is Bird Dog John, and I am back in action.
In those scenarios,
Yep.
it's good to neuralize the cameras. You guys know that best.
Very straightforward. Plug it in, go to the web UI, link the source, walk away. You know, like super simple. I keep looking over at the chat, and I keep seeing you are full of it. Tasty, spicy meat snacks. Covered in flavor. I mean, you can't go wrong. So what's going on? We've got a handful of folks here in the chat, and I really appreciate that. What's up, mate? Hey, Warren, how are you? Appreciate it. Hey, Robbie, how's it going, man? We were just talking about you. What's going on, Tom? Ahoy. How is it going? What's going on, Go Web? Good to see you again. Thanks for hanging out with us again today. Appreciate that. Feel like I'm in this video more than anyone but John. It's true, NetApp. You are, I'm going to cut this up and put this in the next intro.
Here we go!
What's going on, everybody? It is indeed time for another amazing hour of the Bird Dog John live show, and you can see today that we have changed the audio situation, and we're doing that because of today's topic. And so no microphone obstructing the view of Bird Dog John today, and I switched over to the NTG2, so it is right here off screen. And super close. Tell me how it sounds. Obviously it's not going to be as inviting as the RE20, but you know, we do what we can, and I am trying to figure this all out in here. I haven't even looked at my other cameras, so let's make sure. Oh, this is a good shot though that you can kind of see. I'll cut over here. It's a good shot that you can see like that NTG2 kind of in action. And then the RE20 is just she's off the screen. So today we're going to do this way because and I know what's going to happen is in the comments somebody's going to say, "Oh, I like it better without a microphone in the shot." And to you I say, good for you. Too bad, because the RE20 is my favorite thing about this show, and I'm never going to give that broadcast microphone up. But I will do, this isn't even second best. I actually like the Rode Wireless Go system because I have an X-Vive lav mic that I like to use. However, today I decided not to get that crazy. I did figure out how to get it into the show, so the next time I'm wearing like a button down or I'm wearing a polo shirt on the show, I will try that one out because I like it a lot. And I haven't had many opportunities to use that system because I'm not doing a whole lot of creative stuff. Now, sidebar, I was eating something before the show because I was going to go basically an hour and a half without having any solid food in my body this morning other than coffee, which has its own virtues. But, I definitely broke a tooth, I think. And so this crunchy thing came out of my mouth, and I took a look at it, and I'm pretty sure it's a part of a tooth. And so, fantastic. So if I all of a sudden, if agonizing pain grows more and more during this show, yeah, now you know why. So here, maybe we can just play the this one right here. Yeah, if I appear to be distracted or in extreme pain, that may be because my tooth has decided to give me all sorts of problems. So I don't know. I hope not. I've lost bits of teeth before. I'm kind of like a shark in that way, where I just kind of lose things that I'm supposed to keep and keep going. But I'm sure it means that one of my fillings is degrading, and it'll be another expensive trip back to the dentist because I'm always there for that reason. So good times, everybody. Good times. Can't wait for that. All right, let me jump over to the chat now that I have this all going on. What's going on, Angus? Good morning. Hopefully you're doing well. That reminds me, every time now I see Angus, I think of this, so I can share this with you. I'm doing this a little bit differently because I started the show and then I realized that my second monitor wasn't on. And the last time I did that, I had all sorts of audio problems. And so I'm not going to do that. But good morning, Angus. This is up and running, I believe. I am accepting, oh, whoops. I am accepting, oh, that's going to be a problem. So I'm accepting QR scans, but I could also do this a different way. I believe this one will also take us. So when this one goes away, I'll put another one up, and then that way we can look at the heat map together and find out where you're checking in from. Whoa, that camera's off. Uh, okay. Also, you can tell it's a P110, that's for sure, because it does not look like the 200 or the P4K. So let's do this a little bit, and you can see that my RE20 is over here today. This is that NTG2, and that seems to be better. Okay, so I'm going to go with that for sures. I like that look a little better. The Bird Dog John test and tune hour. It's true. It is the test and tune. Hey, thanks for the microphone. I'm assuming. Thanks. I hate it. Problem is that now you can hear my squeaky chair really clearly, and it drives me crazy that you can do that. Also, I'm not listening to the audio, and so I don't really know how terrible it sounds, but it is clearly more echoey and not as nice as the previous microphone arrangement. And so after we're done with the demo for the green screen stuff and the virtual set, if there's still time, we'll switch back to the RE20, and I'll soothe your eardrums with the sounds of with the low tones of Bird Dog John. Hey, hope you're done experimenting with dial-up. Yes, seriously. So the internet situation has seemed to resolve. However, I don't know, and I'm not willing to find out, if it is because I changed the DNS or if it's because my ISP sorted out their problems. But either way, we're up and running. So, all right, cool. We haven't had internet issues for over 24 hours. So fingers crossed that those days are behind us. But for those of you who helped me with the DNS stuff, I see you. I appreciate you. It sounds roomy and sad. We want the RE20. The RE20 sounds so good. Please bring it back. Okay, yes. But I'm doing this because today's show is supposed to be about virtual sets and vMix. And we monkeyed around quickly with it on Tuesday, and I realized, okay, this isn't so bad. But I definitely want to... Ooh, this camera shot. What is going on with all my cameras today? This looks terrible. And it's probably because I moved that P4K to do some testing, and then I never reset it. So this is what I want that to look like. Maybe not quite as wide, but there we go. Okay, so that's a little bit better. I will... Here. So now this is a little further back. You can kind of see what's going on inside the studio and how I have things kind of wired up. I did not run that very professionally, that's for sure. Whoops-a-daisy. But there you go. Here's the thing. Here's the question. Do you have a shotgun microphone that sounds really good? Better than this, okay? And I'm sure they're out there. And then what's the price? I mean, you could just tell me the brand name and then I'll look it up. But I need to know what shotgun microphones you have that you find are acceptable. And particularly with you, Angus, what do you think is going on? Hey, great minds think alike. I was just going to say the Rode Lavs sound so much better too. It's true, they do sound good. Hey, Lav magnets. Yes. Ah. Good for you. Yes, I'm going to order those because I'm sick and tired of... Is that what I had in the cart here? Yeah, this. All right, I'm just going to order this. I'm going to order the black one, though, because I'm always wearing black. And so let's do that. I have tape, like I have the problem is that I just, like, it's, skin tape. The problem is that I just didn't have time to do it. A magnet would be very fast, though. I hate that. That's weird. Magnet and microphone holder. Okay. All right. I'm going to just give this a try. Let's just add it to cart. And then I'm just going to go with it. I'm just going to proceed to checkout. Let's commit. We talk about it all the time. I'll put my money where my mouth is. We're going to get this magnet. We're going to try it out on Tuesday. And you're going to find out. You're going to find out. Now, this wire is super thin. Is that going to be a problem? Hang on. Let me go back to the cart and just look and see how thick can the wires be? Flexible holding styles. Oh, here. Wires of any thickness. Oh, we'll put that to the test. All right, so go to cart and proceed to checkout. And I'm not going to put this on my Visa. Going to buy this with my personal account. I'm going to have it shipped to the Bird Dog office. Here we go. Use this address. This is an expensive mount for this microphone. It's almost a third the price. And then, yep, delivered tomorrow. Giddy up. All right, it's on its way. So there you go. Done and done. Lav Magnet on its way. Hey, Crazy John. Hey, what's going on, Jeremy? How are you? Thanks for coming by. Solid coffee. Yeah, unfortunately, this is almost empty, and I'm really sad about that. Yeah, but I've drank practically this whole thing this morning. It's been that type of morning. And if you don't believe me, check in with Senseless and Frink Thinks, because they can back me up that it's been a busy morning. They're both here. Hey, do you have a teleprompter? I do have a teleprompter. That is in this shot? Yeah. So this is a TelScript teleprompter that was given to me for demo reasons. They haven't asked for it back yet. So I keep using it. It's their NDI TelScript teleprompter. It's great. It works really well. Ironed out a few little kinks that I had with it, as you do with new technology, and it's been really consistent since. The only thing that I have figured out is that I can force it to go into encode mode, which is a feature that it's not supposed to have, but it might be the firmware version that's on here. This is a demo unit, so it may have come from a shop that, you know, had different firmware. I've looked for different firmware to see if I can, like, standardize it, but in general, the TelScript NDI teleprompter is A-okay, because it's very easy to get into. You match the source that you want to send to it, and then it turns on and does the same thing every time, and that's really what you want. In this studio scenario, for sure, you definitely want it to be just super consistent, and it is. And so, been very happy with it. And you get, so on-screen talent, I don't think I would call myself talent, but on-screen talent, you have to cater to what they want, right? And so some people, you know, have a teleprompter and they want words, or some people want to see the final production, or some people don't want to see themselves at all, or some people, I don't know, there's a bunch of various things. Me, personally, I use the TelScript teleprompter to see my main camera, but to look into the lens. So it's a P200 that is showing on the TelScript screen, and inside the TelScript housing is a P200 camera. And so that's my base camera. It doesn't have a fan inside, you know, it does ambient heat, ambient cooling, so that works really well. But this exact shot is a P200 inside a TelScript teleprompter. Now, you do have to adjust the exposure or the shutter speed, or however you're doing exposure, so that you have to actually crank it open a bit so that you can get more light, mostly because that mirror does not knock it down a few notches. And so that's an interesting piece of information. But yeah, it does tend to knock it down a little bit. So yeah, here's where you guys are checking in from. Thanks for hanging out with us today. It's always fun to have you guys check in around the world. And in 1 minute, I was promised, Bird Dog Brayton is finally on a vacation. And so he's headed down to the great state of Tennessee for a few days. And he has given me a mystery box, Snacks on Stream, and has told me, this is for Thursday Snacks on Stream. Please eat at 11:15 a.m. And so that is right now, is 11:15 a.m. And so we're going to do that because he was going to tune into the show briefly, and then, but not watch the show the entire 2 hours on the way down. And he's like, and also my wife and everybody will be in the vehicle, and it'll be kind of awkward for them to have to watch it. So let's run Snacks on Stream now. We're going to find out what it is that he gave me. And I don't know what's in this box, but we're going to find out. So let's do that.
John's just making up stuff to start drama.
Look, I don't know.
Look at him.
Wish me luck, folks. It's my first Vegemite experience.
Final, this is like cheese flavor or something. It doesn't really look too appetizing.
good golly, this is something else, man.
Here's the thing about Pop Rocks, and I don't know if I'm the only one like this. Pop Rocks have always been a social experience for me.
I did not think that is what you were going to say. That's hilarious.
That is awful. Oh, God, that's so bad. Jeez. Holy smokes, man.
Yep. Quick little intro to Snacks on Stream. We're always doing something weird on this show, and it's just like a gag that we have going on. So, Snacks on Stream Mystery Box today brought to you by the none only Bird Dog Brayton, who is currently traveling down to Tennessee from Michigan this morning. So, here we go. We're going to find out what he has. Now, I can... here we go. This camera is crooked. But anyways, let's find out together. Oh, man. This is not a bad thing at all. I was all nervous. This is amazing. King size churro? Is that how you say that? Somebody help me out here. Limited edition. Oh, man. That sounds amazing. Let's go. Crispy wafers in churro flavored cream. Giddy up. That sounds awesome. So, yeah, let's get into that for sure. So thanks, Brayton. Good choice today. Good choice. Let's find out what this tastes like. It smells pretty good. Smells like, actually smells kind of like pumpkin spice. It's in Michigan in the fall, pumpkin spice like takes over the world. And so that's definitely what it smells like. Or maybe like it's like a mix between pumpkin spice and the white Dunkaroos. Any of my '90s kids in the audience, you know, with the white Dunkaroos pack, the blue package with the vanilla cookies and the vanilla icing. Yeah, that's what this smells like. So here we go. Yeah, okay. Definitely not Dunkaroos. It kind of tastes like well, maybe. Not too sure about that wafer. Seems a little stale. Maybe it's just the flavor. Do churros taste stale? Is that what they're called? Let's find out. Let's see if you guys in the chat know something. Dentist visits brought to you by Snacks on Stream. Yes, the Dunkaroos. Yeah. Churro Kit Kat? Yes, please. It's something else. So, hey, enjoy that mystery box. I don't have a good connection from the road, so I'm going to have to miss the show. We're checking in from Louisville. Oh, wow, you're well on your way down there, man. I thought you left today. Louisville's like more than halfway there. Brayton's on the road, everybody. All right. Let me go back because I missed a bunch of stuff. Yeah, this is great, by the way. Whoa, I missed a lot of stuff. Okay. That's awful. I'm very grateful the live world with competent... to live in a world with competent dentists. Hey, G-Van, thanks for the crown. I don't know what that means, but thanks. It seems positive. Hey, maybe you eat too much sugar on this show. It's very possible. I have cut my sugar intake way back in the past 12 months, and so this is really the time where I eat sugar. That's not true because they have some like candy in the office sometimes, and depending on the day, sometimes you need a little sugar to pick yourself back up. So you can tell by the way. I need that soundbite because that's neat. This guy. Yeah, that's pretty neat. What's going on, M-Tash? Good morning. Welcome to the show. I hear lots of clicks with that mic. Is it this? Are you hearing like my chair, my squeaky chair? Because that's definitely what it is. Is anybody else hearing clicking on the stream? Be interested to know. Why is there always so much to check and set up before you show if you're the only one using the studio. Because no, I'm not the only one using it. First of all, we definitely use this for testing. I mean, it's a support office, so that's really what we're doing. I just happen to run a live support show on here as well. So things change. I mean, vMix changes. I even didn't save anything that I did on Tuesday in vMix, and I restarted it. So we're going to start over, essentially, today with the virtual set conversations. All you need to do is arrange the mic stand so that it comes out from the bottom of the frame rather than the side. Well, it's like literally right here. I mean, it's pointed here on my being, but and it's very close. It's extremely close to the frame. If I pull it down, you probably see it here in a second. Maybe not. Oh, nope, never mind. The fur is like literally right here off frame. So it does have a dead cat on it. You'll need to implement a one-click alignment function to be used with a standard chip chart. Yeah, I think that would blow the brain so far. Oh, I have an NTG2. It sounds good enough outdoors, but it's hot garbage indoors. Agreed, yeah, it is. Inside's pretty rough. But that's true of absolutely any shotgun microphone. I use the AT874R. I've never had complaints from using it. Indoors or outdoors? And I'm going to look that up. Whoops. This is the AT874. Are you sure that's what it's called? Because no results found. So let's try this. Yoink, yoink, yoink. Shotgun mic. Audio Technica. The AT5R? AT875R? Is that what you're referring to? Maybe. Looks like a good mic. I mean, it's Audio Technica, so it's prosumer, but it's just fine. No issues there. We can put this map back up. You guys keep checking in. That's pretty cool. I have a pair of Rode NT3 S's, not NTG3, and they make really good indoor mics. They're just cardioid, though, so the reach isn't that great. I'm going to look that up, too. Howdy, Bird Dog John. Don't forget to always keep some moleskin for your Rode Go Lob. Yes, that's pretty essentially what this is. But I don't think I have a Rode Lav. This is a Zoom Lav that came with my Zoom recorder. But I actually have an X-Vive Lav, which is like a $60 wire, to answer Jeremy's question. So this is the X-Vive Lav 2, I think it's called. Hey, can you please show us the image of the magnet mount? Sure. This mount looks like, share this tab instead. It looks like this. So that is that. We're just going to try it out. Just going to see what happens. See what happens. That's all. It might be great. It might suck. Who knows? You know, you just never know. Hey, can I ask a question about Bird Dog NDI TV monitor? Dog NDI TV monitor. Can you watch any video source in the free version? I don't know what that product is. Can you double check the product name? Bird Dog NDI TV. We don't have a product called NDI TV monitor. Ooh, ramen recommendation. Semyang Buldak with cheese. The yellow package. It's got a nice kick, but it's not too time spicy, so it's quite pleasant. Agreed. Yes, please. Yeah, this is really good. I hope the guys in the office don't want any because I want to eat this whole thing. Do you not have churros in that part of the world? An outdoor festival staple here along with green onions. We might, but it's not something I know anything about. They should never taste stale. Cinnamon spice and everything nice. Good evening, sir. Good evening, Tushar. How are you? Welcome to the show. Thanks for stopping by. You need to go to Costco and get some of the... Oh, Costco. What about Sam's Clubs? Oh, mouse clicks. Yeah, you're going to hear everything on this. That's the problem. Further NTG2 complaints, it's way quieter than your audio rolls, than your video rolls. Oh, well, I could probably turn that up. First of all, I'm not even at, well, hang on. Let me put this in my ear so that I can hear what's happening. The issue is that if I turn up the volume, then the echoes become even worse, right? So I don't really want to do that. You got to find some sort of like sweet spot with it. And unfortunately, I think I'm kind of limited, to say the least. And it's really hard to do this while hearing a delayed version of your own voice through a really poor quality IEM in your ear. I do have headphones, I guess, that I could listen to the actual feedback. That would give me pretty good balance, but whatevs. Whatevs, we're going to have to deal with it here because we want to talk about virtual sets, and that's coming up in like 3 minutes. So, oh, the crown was for your potential dental work. It's already a crown. Let's just do a fix. Yeah, let's just do a fix. I don't want to do that. With your RE20, the NTG2 deserves to be outdoors without reflections to give you all the nasty... Yeah, agreed. Indoors on my desk. Oh, very cool. Yeah, the 875R. That's all good. Hi there. I'm chilling at a hotel watching this stream. I've spent 2 days in our campus in Finland installing some bird dog equipment. Really cool. That's fun. What campus is that? I'd be interested to know more about that. And what equipment are you using? I always like Audio-Technica mics. My BP4025 makes me happy every time I use it. Hey, thanks. If you like it, I might grab a couple as well. Oh, yeah. The magnet, for sure. I'm assuming they made the Android TV app. Oh. NDI monitor for Android. Oh, yeah. I was like, we don't... so it should be able to... Yes, it should be... So the Android should be able to see NDI signals, both full NDI and HX signals. I believe HX2 and 3. I can double check that after the show and tell you on Tuesday for sure. But yes, the Android app should. Now you can. I think you can download it for free. It just has watermarks, so you can make sure that it's going to work for you before you actually purchase it and remove the watermarks. But there you go. I think trails are more of a southernish thing, says Pandora, who is in the South, so she would know. Hey, that's the one. The yellow package makes me happy. They also have a 4 cheese bowl deck, which I haven't tried yet, but I have it in the pantry. That's also excellent. I have had both of those. The yellow one's great, by the way. I mean, I'm in full agreement with you there. How about adding some reverb to those mouse clicks? Really? You want them to be even louder? Because that's really unfortunate. Hello from Norway. Can you talk about the auto-tracking function in cam control? We have talked about the auto-tracking function in cam control a fair bit, actually. What specifically would you like to know about that? Because if you want like an hour, if you want like a review on it, then a review. If you want a review on it, we can definitely do a show about that. But I actually have done a show on cam control in the past, and it hasn't been updated since. So it should still be the same function. In short, the actual tracking is just basically done with a pretty simple algorithm that you find in a lot of auto tracking cameras. Some of them have it loaded on board. We use it on an app. And so you're able to control multiples from a single place instead of turning it off and on with a remote. Although some cameras do it really well. I know PTZ Optics came out with a camera recently that does auto tracking on board, and Tom Sinclair, the GOAT, the absolute legend over at easternshorebroadcasting.com, and also known as the chief streaming idiot over on YouTube, he did some testing with that in a church building and just ran back around the stage, and the camera kept up with him pretty well. The auto tracking stuff with the bird dogs, however, is basically meant to, you can enable and disable from a PC, ideally dedicated for that purpose. And yeah, you can run 4 of them at the same time. So You can turn it off and on. You can make adjustments, everything in cam control. But there are two modes. The first is a face tracking. So if you're doing a tighter shot, kind of like this one, you would use a face track. Or if you're using more of a full body shot, you could use the actual full body mode, which tracks a greater portion of the frame to, you know, what's going on. Pro tip with the cam control software is that you use, me personally, I like to adjust the horizontal and the vertical error to be about 0.3. It's by default it's 1, but what happens when you do that is that it moves every time the subject moves at all. The camera adjusts and it becomes very mechanical. But you can actually slow down the speed, which is called gamma inside of cam control. You slow that down a little bit, and then you can adjust the error correct. What is it called? It's vertical and horizontal. There's two different sliders, but it's basically like a threshold where your subject can move a little bit in the middle of the frame and the camera won't move. But then when they hit kind of like a third, so where my hands are here in the frame, when they kind of pass that line, then the camera will start to follow the subject because they know that, you know, the subject needs to be adjusted. And I've done a live demonstration on birddogjohn.tv. Boom. I've done a live demonstration over there on cam control. So you just go to that channel, look up cam control, and you'll see the demo that I did there. But it is relatively the same as it was back then, other than the firmware has changed a little bit on the cameras. But that should be somewhat helpful in that regards. Hey, can I ask a question about NDI TV monitor? Can you watch any source? Oh wait, that was already asked. You can watch in the free version. Yeah, it just has a watermark on it. Doesn't auto tracking also have a third option called freeform? Freeform actually is just basically it makes the best guess between the two, but it's not freeform. I thought it was called fallback. It's called fallback. And so that's basically just like it's going to fall back to the default function. It's not as good as face tracking. I think the face tracking option in cam control is the best of all the options. But there is something called fallback, which basically just tries to do the best it can with the information it's given. But if you could set it more of face tracking or full body tracking, it works a little bit better than that. I'm working from the Hanken? Sorry, I'm going to butcher that. I'm working from a school of economics. We have campuses in both Helsinki and another place. We decided to go with a few P240s, PTZ keyboard, and some converters. Right on. That's great. I love it. If you think of it, take some photos and send it to help@birddog.tv and say, hey, John just wanted to see some photos of what it is that we're doing, and so here you go. I love seeing that stuff. So always appreciate you guys showing me what you're doing with the gear in the field. My experiment with BirdDog Monitor for Android shows that it can see NDI and NDI HX sources, but its performance is limited. The performance is limited to the internet connection and the processing power of the television. Okay, that's something that we can't really account for. I can't speed up your processor or it is kind of what it is. So that's why we offer a free version with the watermark to make sure that your TV can handle it. Because it appears that TVs prior to 2018, 2017 have some weak processors. We have one here that was made in 2019 and it just can't keep up. But we have a couple others that do. So, for what it's worth, we see good results on some and we see mixed results on another. I use the latest Chromecast 4K and a 1 gig Ethernet connection. There you go. Does that work okay? Or do you find that not to be great? Okay. Today, I'm going to change gears here. And I guess I got to figure this out because I want to show you my desktop. And I want to show you my vMix output. So let's go to layers and here, oh, yuck. Okay, don't do that. Let's change the source That's what I need to do. Give me 1 second as I adjust the source for change to number 1. Because I want to show you... Oh, you know what? I don't need to do any of that. I don't need to change any of this. I can just move this over here. Oh, no I can't, because that screen... Oh, it says the screen's on, but it's not. That's really annoying. Okay, so... This is bizarre. Let me close some of this stuff down. I do need to change this. All right, I'm talking to myself, mostly. You guys don't need to try and follow along that train of thought. But I'm going to share my main screen, which is a big no-no in most worlds. But I'll share my main screen because I want to show... Oh my goodness, and I almost forgot. There's a show going on right now. Let's do that first. So there's a show going on in NAB New York. And my co-worker, the great Bird Dog Jake, is running Bird Dog Cloud on the floor of NAB. And he is running a multi-viewer on the floor of NAB. So it definitely appears that that stream may be paused. But he has sent us over, maybe I need to change this. He has sent us over, essentially, a multi-viewer from that floor. Okay, so yeah, it's... All right, I can remote into that machine and figure that out in just a second. But we want to share that here too, because it'd be really cool for you guys to see kind of like what's going on at NAB. And maybe I can start that connection inside Cloud and get that going. So incoming multi-viewer, let's go ahead and oh, whoa, did that... Okay, so we're getting very few frames. But it is actually coming across, which is wild. And I'm also bridging 2 networks, so that's fun. Let's see what I can pull up from the studio. I'm sorry, from the bench. Not too much. There it is. Alright, so it's just not coming across super fast. So I'm going to edit this connection. And we're going to say 5 megs. We're going to save that. See if that changes anything. Evidently no. Who's that guy? NVENC 5 megs. Let's just do 2 megs. I don't know if it's on my end or his. I'm getting very few frames. Anyway, it's stinking cool that... Let me go into vMix and just see if I can cut this over. Yeah. So this is actually on the floor of NAB, but obviously I haven't figured out how to bring this in entirely cleanly. But NAB New York is underway, and that's pretty stinking cool that on a convention floor like that we can pipe out a signal. And like I said, we definitely need to sort out what that connection needs to be. What? Oh, Cameron's laptop. Oh, interesting. Okay. Just give me 1 second. See if I can't... I mean, the connection's made. It's definitely coming through my... the other Bird Dog unit that's in the bench area. There's a Stream Dudes machine that's over in the next room. Video decoder. Save. Well, I'm definitely not getting all the frames, but we'll figure that out in a minute. Okay, now let me share my desktop with you so that you can see my vMix machine and cameras, desktop, change this source. And then, where are we here? Excuse me. Say okay. Okay. So now, if I put this up here, this is going to be bizarro, by the way, because outputs, because you're going to see like picture and picture and picture and picture. But I will just I will just remove my second camera. Okay. Just making sure I'm not doing this all on my own. All right, so here. Hopefully you can see this. Here is my vMix system, basically everything that I'm doing. And I'm just gonna actually jump into the chat real quick and make sure that I'm not missing anything. Yes, to get anything off of that show floor is impressive. Yeah, they have their own internet link. Like now that cell towers are a real thing, yeah, they're able to do that pretty well. Brayton, this was great, by the way. I know you're probably busy driving, but thank you so much for Snacks on Stream. It was really good. I will save some for the guys out in the office because there's a few of them out there that might like to try it. Okay, so let me show you vMix, and today we're going to actually take a look at virtual sets and kind of like how this all works, right? So what we want to do is we're going to go over and create an actual output, which is the way that I design and use vMix. Basically, I bring everything in as inputs, and then I build my different my different shots, you know, as outputs. And then I link those to my buttons here that I'm able to actually manipulate the outputs here on this instead of doing it this way. So technically we should put this one out, and then I could put my camera here. Okay, so this is where I operate with my actual outputs. Now, the suggestion was made that I have a green shirt, I have a green bird on my shirt, but I have a green background. And if I chroma key out the background, obviously the bird is also going to disappear. So the suggestion was, well, why don't you change it to blue or something else, and then you could chroma key out the blue and keep your green shirt. It's a good idea. And what I will do is try and... so dumb. This app has two... Okay, here we go. Two apps, and we want to be able to control both. So control the group. And here we're going to shift this around to blue. Whoa. Oh, that's really screwed things up. Let's not go total blue. Yikes. Well, that's a bit of a problem, isn't it? So that's okay. I look like an Oompa Loompa, so... But if I chroma key out the blue, then maybe I won't look so bad. All right, so the idea is... I'm going to go back to green here just for a minute. So the idea is that we're going to add an input. All right, and I'm just going to click the button, and we're going to say virtual sets down here. And you can pick from a whole broad gambit of virtual sets. This is vMix 26. And the other thing I should also mention is inside your sources, you're going to want to add an input that is your camera. So NDI source, let's say the P200 is the one that I want to use. And we're going to say OK. And then here, I'm going to go settings, and I'm going to say color key. And so here is where we're going to eliminate the actual color. So if I change this set now to like a light blue or something, this may not work. But if I change the set and I pick the color that I want to key out of here, then I can click chroma key filter and get rid of anything that is blue. Now, you can see that that if we have blue light shining on my face, you know, it definitely is going to eliminate that as well. So the blue, it might need to be more blue, and we might need to actually key that out as well. So this is more like a purple. But let's go here. What is this? I don't know what that doesn't do anything. So here we can like look directly at the camera and then try and bring back. Now you notice that there's like a little gray area behind. We want to try and get rid of as much of that as possible. And the blue may be a bad choice. Matter of fact, here's a great idea. Let's change it to like red. And then let's key out the red and see what happens. So this is the red, and we want to try and key that out, and it won't key out because it won't do red. Okay, cool. So then let's go to green. Green is the standard, right? So let's go to pick the green, and we'll eliminate, oh, chroma key will eliminate the green. And that's pretty good, except the bird dog, right? The bird dog's gone. So if we try blue, we're going to go like green-blue. I'm going to say key this. Then I'm going to bring me back in here. Now, part of my face is missing. But I think for the most part, that seems to be okay. What are these presets for? Nope. 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 Okay, so none of those, please. I'm going to bring the rest of my body. Oh, you know what? You know what? All right, so I want the green off the back. But then if I increase the reds, that doesn't seem to do anything. So do I have to increase this in order then to manipulate these? No. Okay, so let's try this one more time. Reset everything, try and eliminate. Kind of like this, I guess. And that gives us essentially, you know, it gives me my green shirt, and that is now input. That's now input 43. Okay. Okay, so let's work with this for now. And I will go to add input virtual sets. And we get to pick whichever one we want. Now, many of these have different angles, okay? So this is studio, that's medium, you know, but this one has a wide, but there are multiple camera angles to make that happen. So we, you know, if you pick this one, there may be additional. Now, we did this one the other day. We did this one the other day and this one. So we could try something else and see if that makes a difference at all. I don't particularly care for many of these, but let's go to late night news. Boom. All right, and here is that virtual set. And so now we're going to say setup, and we're going to pick talent, which is apparently me, and we're going to go down to 43. And we need to definitely change my position because that looks absolutely ridiculous. And then foreground, what is that? Nothing in the foreground. Okay, cool. So camera now gives you a handful of options. This is the cheesy part of this stuff that I dislike. So what you can do is now we can go to our actual source, like so my camera, and we can position this where we want it to be. So we're going to take a look at my desk, and then I'm going to probably make myself a little smaller because I look ridiculous, and put myself right in the middle, and then I'm going to make myself maybe, I don't know, I probably need to sit up higher, right? Because my torso needs to be in the shot a little more. So let's see here. We're going to put myself back in the middle, and that's as good as it gets, apparently. So now, when we cut over to this, that's the virtual set sitting at my desk, and there are again multiple options for this, and so we can zoom out a little bit or go way in too close if you want to get all personal. But again, the desk is clearly a 2D rendering, and I definitely feel like it's missing some something, some realism. So not a big fan of that, and I am going to get rid of this. Now let's go back to, oh, look at those shots. That's here, I can put my desktop back up here. So let's go back and add a different one. So we're going to add inputs. We're going to say virtual set, and we're going to say just this one. This is the one that we used the other day. And you're going to set up, you're going to say talent. I'm sorry, that was skyline. We're going to change this to talent. In this one, there is like this mid-ground. Yoink. There's like a mid-ground that has like a grid to make it look like you're, you know, I don't know what you're supposed to assume there. Let's go out to oh, that's as far as it goes. Interesting. Okay. Obviously I'm not sitting at the desk correctly. And this is fast, medium, slow, and custom. So fast, it's just the transitions between these. All right, so since it doesn't give me the full thing, let's change this to virtual sets to this one. Okay, and then if we cut that over, let's show that again. Okay, so then here, we want to change the skyline. Hey, what I think is cool about this is that we can actually add an input. We can say like image, and then we can import like a picture, like our own photos. And so here's a picture of Detroit. We're going to say okay. It's going to put that in here, I hope, and not crash my system. Okay, so that's input 45. So skyline now, we're going to change this to input 45. And now Detroit is in the background. And we can even adjust that by just dragging it around. So the GM building is back there. You know, that's okay. That's kind of cool. That's a good idea. Make it acceptable for what you're doing. Now, talent A is me. So 43. And again, my camera probably needs to be pointed down a little bit. We can adjust that. Let's see if we can make that happen. So we're going to go here to the 200, and we're going to go down so that there's more of my body, and maybe even back out until we can see the desk, because then that'll give more. Okay, cool. So we're starting to get the TV in the shot. So I think my limit is this. That's going to be my limit. And then I'm just going to bring it down a bit so that, whoa, too much. Come on, Studio Monitor. All right, so now I'm just going to bring it down a little bit so that we can monkey with that a bit. There is a lot of green in this shot, and so let's do this real quick. And I'm just going to jump into the chat. Okay, cool. Just making sure I'm tracking here with you guys. Okay, so where is that? Where's the Seinfeld soundtrack? Among Us. Where is it? Here it is. Okay. So now that my picture is good to go, we can adjust this again as position. So we can say reset, and it gives me kind of like, and I'm going to reset all of this actually. Okay, so I'm back here. We do need to do something about the green here because it's a little extreme. So I'm going to live with the green. All right. And the reason why I'm going to do that is because I want, I don't care too much about the bird dog. Oh, whoops, too much green. All right, there we go. So I just want to eliminate now all the green, and green is like such an easy color to manipulate. It's just too much here. Whoa, that's bizarre. It's busy, eh? Okay. So that's interesting. You can see the heat, the light, where the lights are positioned. So if we go back to this shot, it's so funny. All right, so we're gonna say position, and now we're gonna maybe make me a little bit more. Whoa, that's weird. I can. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! All right, so let's go down here. And okay, that's not too terrible. It's not too it could be better, but it's not too bad. My chroma, you know, my key is not perfect. And so if I increase the colors, we get like a reflection. At least it looks like it has a reflection on the window. But we probably need to make me a little bit smaller because that's ridiculous. And then put myself in the middle and put myself down at the desk. So that's cool. I wonder, is there a way to pull one color out, you know? That's really what I want to do. But ooh, there we go. That's probably as good as it's gonna get. All right, so here I am on my virtual set. Pretty exciting stuff. And I don't have my microphone in front of me, which is I'm using a boom stand. So all right, we can adjust the key there. You can also change a lot of this stuff. So obviously I have, you know, 3 screens around, so we can select whatever we want those sources to be. They can be pretty much whatever. I've got lots of sources to choose from, but all of them are cameras on me, so that's kind of annoying. So we can run them with a video like I did last week, where I was doing the We Are Bird Dog bumper, which is here, number 27. What I don't like is it runs it right away from what I can tell. So We Are Bird Dog 27 and screen number 3. And you could also then hook this up to Fire based on, you know, if you wanted it to go. So we go commercials, We Are Bird Dog, and then you can just hit play. Oh, wait a minute. That doesn't work. Virtual set, let's go back here. Outputs. I guess I can't really show that to you unless I push that live. That's what it is. Okay, so that obviously in preview is not going to run, but when I push it live, then that's what's going on. Now the other piece is that you can manipulate this, then these camera angles, right? So this is going to be shot number 1. This is going to be shot number 2. Let's speed that up a little bit. And then number 3, and then you have one that you can kind of customize. So we can change. We can right click on this and we can say like, how do we want this to look? And of course we want to be way uncomfortably close because that's what I do here. Just as if I'm some sort of news broadcaster, and then it's like, hey everybody, you can see my green screen failures. And granted, this isn't a great green screen. This is green light on a wall, which is why it's inconsistent. And there's a hole through my chest. But for what it is, you know, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. And if I adjust, let's see if I can adjust it and then pick the color again. Whoa. Oh, look at that. That's a lot better. That's a lot better. So now, so that's a lot of fun. It definitely gives you something to do. And oh, my dog is green now, so that's fun. Let's see here. Yeah. So changing it to that kind of like mid-green blue look definitely fixed my shirt problem. Although you can see the green blue shine off of my skin, which makes me look a little. Here's what I don't like about virtual sets. They just don't look quite right. Something looks off about them. And I'm just not sure I can get on board with that. You know, now from this is okay. From far away, it's fine. Like if I was presenting or something and I wanted to be on a virtual set, I guess that's fine. I have a hard time taking it seriously because I don't know what to expect. And then I also know, like, there's no way you have a budget to have this much space overlooking, you know, Midtown Detroit. Like, there's just no way. Yeah, so I get a little, it's like one of those things where you're looking at something that is real, but it's not. You know, like your brain is telling you, no, like all the things are there to make you think that it's real, but clearly something is wrong, something's not right. So that's how I feel about green screens. I don't mind, but it's not necessarily for me. So this is my actual shot. This is the blue that I was using for that virtual set, and vMix makes it pretty easy to use, and I'm sure that if I got a proper green screen or blue screen behind me, then I would be able to do that, and like lit it correctly, then I'd be able to do that probably with some precision. But I just don't particularly like that sort of virtual world, and also I like my set. So I'm going to change this back to my colors, and it's actually probably a little too bright, eh? It's a little bright, eh? All right, so here we go. Well, I guess it has to be. Not too sure what's going on there, but anyway, good times. And now I'm going to bring this camera a little closer because it's definitely far, far away compared to what I'm used to. Studio Monitor has been like touchy. Maybe it's because I got the speed cranked up on this P200, but it's like very. It's very. It's like I need a keyboard or something. If only. There's no guessing. There we go. There we go. Okay. All right. I'm happy with that. We'll live with that. So there you go, folks. Virtual sets. Pretty exciting stuff. And yeah, not to mention there is a show going on at NAB right now. I still haven't figured out how to clean up that stream, but it's happening. So there you go. Hey, and if you scan that QR code, hopefully that QR code's working. If you scan that QR code on the top, what's that, right of your screen, you'll be able to put a pin on the heat map and tell me where you're at. So it just says what country and what's the closest city to you. I don't need street addresses. I don't need any of that. Where are you from? Let me know. And you can put a pin on the heat map. It's always fun to find out where people are tuning in from. So thank you one and all for hanging out with us today. Okay, now before I forget, I'm going to go back into my desktop and change my source back to that screen, because I will forget. There it is. Yoink. Okay, cool. And I'm going to put my picture back on here. Wherever it is. This one. All right. So now, if I cut over to this, this is that desktop that's currently off, but apparently it's on. So the vMix thinks that it's on. I just don't really want to pull it up, but I could do, oh, weird. Sorry, everybody. This screen is what I'm looking at. And I could put this over here, I guess. Yeah. And then say F11? Yeah, okay, cool. So now I could say stop sharing. And there, now it's full screen and you can kind of see everything. And this is how I like to run it in vMix. StreamYard's okay for like quick sharing things, you know, Amazon tabs or whatever. But this is ideal. So I like this a lot better. Go from there. All right, let me see what I have missed since. I generally found the Android TV app unreliable. Sometimes it would work with HX sources, sometimes not. I was using it on an NVIDIA Shield Android TV set-top box. Oh, interesting. Michael's only running 1080p 30. To get anything out of it at all. Oh, that's off of for NAB New York. Hey, we do this all the time with vMix and Bird Dogs. We're moving to Xemetry soon. Is FreeD support out of beta? No, FreeD support is not out of beta. Clearly the solution here is to buy a fine pitch LED wall and use it for a live studio backdrop. Also, don't be afraid to pull the main shot out wider. You can always crop the input. Oh, that's a good idea. Okay, so let's see here. Main shot. Okay, so I'm gonna pull the here. I'll switch over to this camera. So I'm gonna pull the main shot out wider, and then I'm gonna crop it. That's a good idea. So P200. Let's go ahead and store this position because that's annoying to do live. I am gonna pull this thing out way wide and get like the full body shot. Oh, I like that a lot. I like that idea. And then I'm going to go into here and I'm gonna change this back so that I lose the background. And then I'm going to edit this. Good call. Ah, yes. Ah, yes. I like it when he says, ah, yes. What show am I quoting? You get the gold star if you know what show I'm quoting right now. Okay, and then we're going to crop this so that position. Ooh. Okay, this is gonna really pin me in here, but it's a good idea. It's kind of like crooked now though because I'm so far back. Okay, so we're cropped. And then what does this look like? Okay, so I just need to like position myself a little better now. So we're just gonna go into the middle and then down a shade. And then maybe like, okay, so now it's not amazing. It's still not amazing, but there we go. And every time I hit go, it's gonna play this stinking video. So we're just gonna kill the audio for it for now. But that's not. It's better. I think it's better in terms of having the shot a little further back. I actually think my proportions look right now. It seems to change when you zoom. But this seems like more. So look though, I had to like chop off the sides, right? So if I go back and I say, where's the side here? So this side is this one. Oh, sorry, this side is that one. Whoa. Yoink. Where is the? There it is. Okay, so now I can like reach out here and I'll still be seen. Right? You can still see my hand. Yeah, but it's outlined in green. And then over here, we're going to open this up a bit. Where's that? There, right there. So, okay, so now I have some room to move around while not getting oh, that's funny. My image is, when I look at the teleprompter, my eyes are shifted up. It's because I moved the picture back. Okay, so then how do we compensate for that? I gotta put my eyes lower on the screen. So we're gonna go up like this. Yeah, that's better. Okay, and now I'm sitting way too low. And you can see my microphone. So we're going to get me in the center. And then I'm gonna raise me up like a Josh Groban song, and then I'm gonna chop the top like that. So now I can only go this high, but at least it's something. All right, so here we go, my little virtual set. And is there a way I can run that little commercial so that like this? Oh, so we can. So now we have a little virtual set going on, and we can get all the way back to all three screens. And what else can we do? We can do a mid shot, maybe a half back, and then up close and personal. So there you go. That's pretty fun.
That's pretty neat.
Again, vMix makes it pretty simple, guys. Like it's not rocket science. And if your talent is wearing either green or blue, you can use the opposite to do the key. I think green is probably a little bit better in the long run. So just avoid wearing green on camera. But and let's do that. Let's change this to green. And then let's key that out so that, yoink, so that we can just see the difference. Because I am losing some data. Whereas green seems to be way more consistent. Or my hand's green. And we got to get that blue down. But see, if I eliminate that blue, right, then I lose part of my face. When I turn my face, look, because the green is actually hitting my face, so it eliminates it. So I either need more separation from my green screen, or I need to not be so aggressive. And yeah, that's hard to say, actually. I don't know. Let's change the key back to blue. Whoa, where'd I go? And then I can like bring myself kind of back into the shot, I guess. Yeah, that's wild. Still, if these lights could not shine directly on me, that would be even better. Because then I wouldn't lose my face when I do that. So if I change it to green, and then I pick the green, and then I get a little aggressive. Seems to be okay. I mean, I have to tolerate that blue in the corner, but it's not terrible. So crazy. And hey. And the original shot now looks like this. So this is what, this is my little, it's always, hang on here. Oh, that's funny. I can kill that pretty easily. Anyway, but yeah, you can see it's because I'm getting green on my face, I'm losing some of that detail. And if I could shine green on my hand, then it would lose that detail too. But it's fun. It's good stuff. All right, I'm gonna cut back to here. I'm gonna go back to the. I will go back to the chat. Just give me one quick second to reset this shot. That was fun, and now it's done. All right, and then I'm a little low, so we're gonna go up. A little low. Oh, jeez. I gotta lower the speed down on this thing because it's like one tiny movement and it's a little ridiculous. I'm a little high in the shot here, but we're gonna live with that, I think. Okay, so yeah, there we go. All right, now back to the chat. Sorry, everybody, neglecting you. vMix needs to improve the keyer. Spill correction would help a lot. Once you use a real Ultimat, nothing else is good enough. You could get rid of the bright spots by turning on waveform in your camera and stepping off frame. Then move the light until the waveform is more flat. Duplicate the P200 talent camera, rotate it 180 degrees, and then crop it, and it will look like a mirror reflection off the desk. Whoa! Interesting. Well, that's an interesting idea. See, this is why you guys come to the show. To teach me stuff. That's a blast. Yeah, always a good time, folks. Thank you so much for playing along here. Let's go over to the heat map real quick, see where you guys are hanging out from. It's always fun to have you guys along for the ride. And today we've got lots of folks checking in from outside the U.S., which is great. Always a big fan of the show reaching a few other people. Missing my friend from South Africa, but other than that, we've pretty much got every continent covered. Maybe not Greenland, but we'll work on that. We'll work on that. All right, now I did promise Angus that I would go back to the RE20 and away from the NTG2. And so we're going to do that transition here. Let me pull this all up inside vMix and get ready for that. All right, so this is the NTG2. And I'm going to open up this RE20. And I'll bring it into the shot now. She's a beaut. All right. And then I will switch this over. And we will hear the RE20. It's such a different sound. Like, it's a completely different microphone. All right, let me see. I'm listening to it now through my earpiece, which is not doing it justice at all. So let me pull this up on the YouTubes. Oh, man. And the hilarity about it is, come on, full screen. There we go. The hilarity about it is with the shotgun microphone, you can definitely hear everything that I'm doing, including the squeaks in my chair, if I'm monitoring the show, if I am, if something happens out in the lobby, you can pretty much hear all of it. With this microphone, I can pretty much monitor the show on my phone with it on. And you guys can't hear that. So I know that the audio is working. I can see what's going on. I can view it full screen. It's such a different style of microphone. And again, some people say like, oh, I don't like the thing in the screen, the full screen, it taking up so much of it. And I understand, but I also feel like, well, for what I get, like for the quality of sound that I get, there's really no competition because this thing is just light years ahead of any other option that I have in this office, right? So it's pretty good. All right, I am going to start wrapping things up because today is a busy day, especially because at my kids' school, it's Grandparents' Day. And so one of their grandparents is in town. Been here for a couple of days. It's been a nice visit. And now they are having this like big celebration over off campus, off site from the school. But my son, who is in junior kindergarten, as we would say, is not permitted to ride the school bus because it's like a different license or something like that. So anyways, I got to go pick him up and then bring him over to where they're going to do Grandparents' Day. And then my wife and his grandmother will be there. So that he will have a ride home. But yeah, I guess approves of the RE20, the return of the RE20. What a difference. Inverse square. It's the law, not just a suggestion. Yes, I hope they're having they definitely are having a lovely visit. That is for sure. The RE20 sounds great. I agree, Albert. I'm a big fan. And I will definitely, now that I have this, inverse square is, now that I have it all recorded, go back and compare the two. Find out what the real deal was. So, all right. Well, one final time, I am going to pull down the QR code. I'll put it up here in the overlay, but give you guys a chance to check out the heat map one last time. Everybody's checking in. Whoops, sorry. The heat map one last time. I got the playlist running. And so here we are. This is where everybody's checking in from. Thank you so much for coming along. It's always a blast to have you guys join me on the show and to talk about NDI stuff. Today we talked about vMix and virtual sets, and that was a lot of fun. Even if it provides a good laugh, and my green screen is not perfect, so we've discovered lots of things along the way. How to wear green clothing while trying to do chroma keying, all that sort of good stuff. So always a blast
to have you guys along for the chat. And as always, this show is for you. So we talk about what you guys want. Now, there was a request from somebody over on Facebook that they would like to have a cam control tracking either demo or explanation. So we talked about it briefly, but let's plan on doing that sometime next week. So I'll make a quick note as to, hey, somebody asked if we could do that. I'll do an updated show on it. I actually don't have cam control on this machine. I lie. I do have cam control on this machine. And so we can do a demonstration directly on this. Oh, whoops. We can. Hang on. Okay, so we can do a demonstration of cam control. Oh, dear. I don't like that. Why? Oh, man. I need to turn that screen on. I mean, that's the deal. Oh, snap. Okay. So, can I... Hey, StreamYard, can you... Oh, boy. Oh, that's not good. It just took up my whole screen. Oh, the irony. All right. So, it's probably because I got to... Well, no, it's probably not because of that. But let me see if I run cam control on here. I want to see if this is even like... And then I go to StreamYard and I say StreamYard, present, share screen, pick an app. Does it give me that option? StreamYard does not allow me to pick an app because it's all... Oh, wait. Yeah, cam control right here. Pick a window. Boom goes the... What? No. Did that work? You are sharing this screen. Because it would be great. Okay, so it just shows I'm watching the live feed as well. But that would be hilarious if maybe I make it not full screen. Maybe that changes things. StreamYard. Come on. No, it really doesn't like this. So guess not. Guess not. Stop screen share. Let's try again. Share screen. Pick a window. Cam control go. Why? I don't know. I don't understand what the dealio is, guys. Well, that sucks. Okay, so what I'm going to have to do is turn on the telly. And I can do that. That's not hard. Let me try and do that real quick.
All right. Can you hear me now? All right. You should be able to hear me now, hopefully. I hear clicking. You can hear me now. All right, welcome back. Thank you. Yeah, so that's StreamYard. That's annoying. That's Chrome doing that. What a disaster. Yeah, when I turned on the second screen, the second monitor, it... Also, the audio sounds very... Oh, you know what it is? I know what that is. Audio. No? Let's see. Oh, yeah, I'm here. Okay. Jeez, freaking StreamYard. It doesn't give me feedback on the screen whether or not it's working. And so it is working, thankfully. What had happened was I changed my audio input inside Chrome to be just all my inputs on my Behringer. And so you were hearing mostly this guy. But now it appears to be back. Yeah, now it's back. Okay. So don't worry. NTG2 is off, Angus. No worries. No worries. But I turned that screen on. See, this is the issue, is when I turn the screen on, the PC then, for some reason, Chrome like gives up on the audio stream, which is actually coming through the NDI webcam app. So I'm bringing the audio in through NDI webcam 1, but the video is through an external input on vMix. And so I don't quite understand all of that, but I am in sync here on my screen. So this is YouTube Bird Dog John. So that's in sync. I'm watching it now. So I'm not too sure why it's showing, why you're saying I'm out of sync there. I will go over to the YouTubes here in StreamYard. I'm out of sync there. Nope, I'm in sync here as well. So just refresh the browser. It should line up for you again. All right. Well, what a day this has been. That's for sure. And lots of discovery. So I'm headed over to pick up my son, deliver him to the Grandparents' Day extravaganza. And so I'll be out for a few minutes. I'll be back in the office for the rest of the day and then just finishing up some stuff. We have several people out of the office. So there's loads of people taking some time off before the holiday season hits. But like I said, Brayton's on the road right now. Safe travels, man. And Balu is on his way back. He's been kind of traveling, international travel for the past couple of weeks. So he's on his way back next week. He'll be back in on Monday. And I got a guy that's going to be out tomorrow. And I should be in tomorrow. I got a sprinkler guy coming out to blow out the sprinklers before the winter comes. But outside of that, I should be back. So that's all good there. Somebody did say here too, oh, Albert, sorry I missed the beginning. NAB New York news from Bird Dog. No, none that I have been given permission to share. So that show started, yesterday maybe? They were there on the weekend setting up. So that show started yesterday, and they've just got their gear at the show this time around. I have a Bird Dog Cloud connection to them, but it is definitely only a few frames at a time. And that might actually be, I don't know. I don't know necessarily what specifically, like where the problem is. It shows that it's dropping before it gets here. So there is another keyboard router that seems to be much faster, actually, which is a Cloud Connect operation.
but I think that we may be having, like, they're on the floor. And so we didn't do a speed test or anything like that. And Jake and I briefly talked about it maybe yesterday or 2 days ago. Let me see if I can get the other feed in here. If I replace this feed with change, it's going fast. It's certainly going faster. But it's not. Okay, here is the router. Yeah, this one is definitely faster. Although we're looking at somebody's, waste from Alpha. This feed is way quicker. So let's see if I can change the encode settings on this guy. This is Cloud Connect, by the way. But yeah, this is a good shot. This is off of just a keyboard router. So this is live from the floor. This is happening right now at the Javits Center in New York, which is bizarre to me that we're sending a feed out that way. Let me go here. And we're going to edit this connection. And I'll cut this back over so that you guys can see me while I'm talking. Because, that's what we're all here for. And, this is just straight up. It's just the straight up source to us. Okay. So the only other thing I might try is just make my own connection. So the endpoint is Cameron's single stream. I'm just going to give it a name, encoder profile. We're going to do nvenc at, where are we here? 2 megs. Video decoder. I'll use my own queue size. That's fine. Generate. Next. Okay. And then the source that I want to use is something light. Let's see. No audio needed. And then connect. Let's see if that actually fires up. Okay, so I do have another source now that seems to be running. Let me see if I can change it to that one. This is just fun to like sneak into the show. Oh man. Oh, here we go. That's so cool. Now there's no audio coming across this stream. And there is no, let me throw my face in here real quick. Yoink P200. Oh, whoa, easy there. Chill. Okay, so let's do something like this. No, let's do something like this. Okay. So there's no audio and no control. So it is strictly, however, we could control this camera probably, and yoink and yoink. There we go. Okay. So we could control this camera if we wanted to and steer it around. Maybe that's the next thing I try. Edit. Metadata. Save. Okay, let's reestablish that connection. And, okay. Come on now. Come back to me. Come on. All right, there it is. All right, so the feed. Oh, well, the feed was up. And let's go to that machine and see if I can't pull it up. Here it is. Oh my word. I'm totally moving it around. Bird Dog Boys. Oh, there's a nice embrace. Who is that over there? I don't recognize those folks. I'm totally driving this thing, by the way. Oh, as long as the feed doesn't drop. Let's try and find Jake. Wait, who's at the stand? Oh. Heyo, look who it is. It's Jake. What's going on, buddy? Pew, pew, pew. Sneaking in on Bird Dog Jake. He's talking about Cloud right now. He's probably looking at my connections like, what is he doing? That's hilarious. I love it. I love it. All right, let's change this out to be low bandwidth. Try and just lighten the load completely. Okay, here we go. Low bandwidth. Look at Jake working that booth. He's such a professional. Well done. Well done. Oh, it's so good. Good old Javits Center. That guy does not know he's live on YouTube right now. He has no idea. Hey, there's more of our gear. Oh, wait. Yeah, that's a P4K over there. That's hilarious. Look at this. Javits Center, man. So what always surprises me about the Javits Center is there's a lot of space like vertically, and in New York City, you never think that you're going to have like, I won't say wasted space, but just unused space and space that you don't normally like. It just sits empty like this all the time. It's so bizarre to me. But, you know, to each his own. It's a beautiful facility. It's just crazy. So, yeah. Sorry, just joined. Any news on the X120? No, currently no news on the X120. I love it. Hi, Jake. We did peek in on Jake. That's so much fun. I love that. Okay, folks, let me wrap it up here because we definitely need to get going with the rest of the day. So I need to run over to my son's school here now and pick him up and deliver him to wherever he needs to be for his next school function. And then I'll be back in the office. So reach out to us over at help@birddog.tv. I've got agents that are hanging out at that email all the time. Now, do me a big favor. When you email us at help@birddog.tv. And then when you get a reply, hit reply. Okay, don't email us again at help@birddog.tv or you'll create a second ticket. And when you want to make a new ticket, email us at help@birddog.tv and that will start a new ticket for you. We're getting a lot of confusion with folks that are just emailing support@birddog.tv.zohodesk.com and that's actually like not working for them. So help@birddog.tv, that's all you got to remember. And then just hit reply when the agents reply to you. All good. But you can reach us there, and we'd love to chat with you if you need to hear from us before next Tuesday, because on Tuesday at 11 o'clock, we will be going again for another 60 minutes right here at birddogjohn.tv, and we'll have a good time. Maybe we'll do Cam Control next Tuesday, a little review of Cam Control. So if you're interested, come on back, and we'll chat again. We have another Snacks on Stream planned for Tuesday, and this time it's something spicy, so you might want to come back for that. Oh, no, wait, not Tuesday. Thursday. It'll be something spicy because Brayton purchased something at a very authentic like Mexican market. And so giddy up. I'm excited about that. Always a fan for a challenge. So be sure that you join us right here, birddogjohn.tv, for at least 60 minutes of support on Tuesday, Thursdays from 11 to at least 12 o'clock. And as always, guys, I really appreciate you hanging out with us and having a chance to chat and love that. So I just sent you an email yesterday. I'll check which address it went to. Okay, that'd be great. yes, send us an email. If you send it to help@birddog.tv, it'll go to my ticketing agents. I mean, I work in the office with them, but it'll go to them, and they can, for the most part, give you a hand with whatever it is that you need. But yeah, if you need to touch base with support at all for any support stuff, help@birddog.tv is going to be your best friend. All right, guys. Well, it's been fantastic. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. I love kind of fumbling through things here with you guys and sorting it out. We've had fun with the NTG2. We've had some relief with the RE20, but also we talked about virtual sets and green screens and all that good stuff. And we took a peek at NAB New York and got to live steer a camera around on the floor, which is so stinking cool. So if we, just one more time for funsies, we'll go and try and find, let's try and find Jake. Can I still steer? I sure can. Is it this way? It is this. He is this way. People are probably, it's so funny that nobody looks at the camera when it's like free moving around. Oh, he just ducked behind this TV. Okay, there he is. All right. Anyways, Jake is here, hanging out, having fun. And if you're in New York, head on over to, oh, hey, there's Robert. Head on over to NAB New York and say hi to the Bird Dog guys for us, because they're having a blast over there, evidently. So I love that I could steer that camera around. That brought me so much joy. All right. You guys have a great rest of the week. Hopefully looking forward to a good weekend, and we will talk to you soon next Tuesday at 11 o'clock Eastern time right here. birddogjohn.tv. Go on over there, subscribe to that channel. That would do me an enormous favor. But in the meantime, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
A problem for future Homer. Man, I don't envy that guy.
neat is that?